Yo, what's good, y'all? You dub back here again, here in 2019. Let's get it. You already know, bringing you more fresh, new content. Now, here's the thing, bro. I'm almost a true OG Yu-Gi-Oh player, right? I go back to first or second gen. That's when I was taught, right? All this extra pendulum nonsense. I came back in the game. I was like, what the hell is this? This is not the strategy game. And many Yu-Gi-Oh players have issues with that, right? Got different homies I played online with, different ones. We talk about these issues. In fact, Yu-Gi-Oh community, there's a lot of people who talk about these nonsense that's going on here. Once again, Yu-Gi-Oh was the first, should have been just the first sign of me that casuals going to infest the game, and they were pushing for the casuals. But anyways, as well as buy to win, pay to win, as alongside for certain groups where they just go get money, gotta buy another pack, buy another pack, buy another pack, buy another pack to be competitive. That's ridiculous. That's lunacy, bro. But we're not here to talk about that. There's so many videos doing on that. But I remember months ago, homie, like we were playing some match online, and I came up with I'm like, yo, we talk about how ridiculous was some of these ability cards, and I'm like, ability cards like this is Bakugan, but some of these, whether it be spell cards, trap cards, or even some of the character cards. But he had a set that, oh my gosh, it was like he would trigger another card that would have a chain effect of another card. And I'm like, you know what, come up with ways of doing this. And I had came up, I forget what they were at the time, but you know, he's stoked to see what I bring in this video, because I told him I'm about to drop it. He's like, oh boy. So this one, I thought about doing like up to like 20, but that'd be extensive. Plus, looking at a pack normally 9 cards. So in this one, we're gonna have 4 monster cards. We're gonna have 3 spell cards. We're gonna have 2 trap cards. Now, it ain't gonna be that long, but this gonna be pack 1. Trust me, I got more shells in the chamber, boy. I got more in the magazine. And so let me know if y'all definitely want me to do some more of these videos. If you want me to talk about more like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, some of my thoughts, Digimon, different stuff, we can totally do that. Um, like I say, I'm into all kinds of things. If you want me to talk about different card games, different strategies I use and whatever, we can do that. Okay, as long as I play it, we can talk about it. I love games of all times, card games, board games, video games, you name it, sports, just different stuff I love. All right, first monster card, Phoenix of Thebes. Okay, now this card has a 3,000 attack and 3,000 defense, which is pretty mild and mid tier at this point with a lot of the cards. I mean, that's not even beating out Blue Eyes White Dragon. But let's look at the effects, baby. If killed and sent to the graveyard, this card, this Phoenix of Thebes, first of all, it would have a beast ass design. This card can be special summoned instantly if any card over 4 stars is summoned to the battlefield. Let me repeat that. So if this card, if you happen to play this card, get it on the field, somehow, let's say a Blue Eyes White Dragon takes it outright. Obelisk the Torment or another Egyptian God card or whatever the case may be. Let's say a spell card, a trap card, something takes it out, right? It goes into the graveyard. It'll be instantly special summoned if a high level monster comes on the battlefield. But really any 5-star or above. Yeah, that would be a very nice card to have in the game. I believe a very effective one, especially if you're a player like me who's looking to play for the long game. Okay, looking to set up your board, looking to make big plays against your opponent. All right, looking to make sacrifices, tributes, and all that good stuff. Coming in at number 2, God Emperor of Cush. All right. Special summon, and no, we are not talking about cannabis. All right. We are talking about Cush from, south of ancient Egypt. Just for those who don't know. But anyways, special summoned, whether in hand or in deck. All right. So it can be in your hand or your deck. If a level 3 or high, or excuse me, if a level 3 or higher monster enters the battlefield, okay, enters the field. All right. So if you have this again, if you have this anywhere in your deck or in your hand, and that person gets a level 3 monster, this is probably what, 7 stars and above, right? One of them big cards, you can summon this card. Just special summon instantly to the field. And yeah, it has 5,000 attack and 5,000 defense. I love broken cards like that because it's a game changer. It literally can shake up the whole board within reason. Okay, but this kind of card is probably rocking somewhere around 9, 10 stars. So what I'm saying, like you have to give up a lot to get this normally. So, but did that affect, bro? If you got that in your deck, bro, you got the big gun. This is a game changer, baby. It'll cause the opponent to play. Say, you can't just like run the table on somebody like that. As soon as you pull that big card out, bam, I pull that 5,000 out. You better have a way to counter him. You better have some kind of trap card on deck for something like that. Just saying. Just saying. Coming in with the third card, the Avatar of Bast. Now we're talking about the cat goddess for, simplification. Again, this is a 2,000 attack, 1,200 defense. Nothing extraordinary though. That's typical like level 4, 4-star, 3-4-star monster there. It's nothing to write home about in that regard. But if initially killed, this card remains on the field. The attacking card is banished. So if this card, the first effect is if this card is attacked and supposed to be killed, oh no, it has how cats have 9 lives. Well, this card has a second life, and that card doesn't just go to graveyard. That card is banished to the Shadow Realm. All right. Second effect, if killed again, this card is banished. Talking about the Avatar of Bast. But any card 3,000 attack or lower can be summoned from hand or graveyard. So this is great if you have a lot of good cards up in your hand. Any card 3,000 or lower, bam, anywhere from your hand or graveyard. So if this is in the middle of the game, this card is devastating. This guy, from my perspective, this card is one of the best you could have as a to have in your chamber as a good play card, because this could be a game changer, a tide turner. Coming in at number 4, the High Priest of Set. Right? 2,500 attack, 2,000 defense. Nice, but it ain't Dark Magician. It ain't Red Eyes Black Dragon. As far as I know, Red Eyes is more powerful. Let's see. Because there's a couple of the dragons. But anyways. Red Eyes is either 26 or 2,400. But regardless, it's around that ballpark. Every round on the field, the duelist gains 1,000 life points. So, as long as this card, this High Priest of Set, remains on the field, its active ability, or passive ability, allows for you to gain an additional 1,000 life points. So if you're able to keep this card on the, including once it first sets down, that's 1,000 life points. You keep this on the field for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds. That's for 4 to 8,000 additional life points. That's a game changer and game saver right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now we move on to our spell cards. First spell card is the Undead Warrior of Anubis. The last 3 monster cards in the graveyard return to the field. You heard that correctly. The last 3 monsters. So let's say somebody put in all that work to eradicate your field. Activate that the Undead Warriors of Anubis. You get all of them back, whether they weak or powerful. It could be a stopgap. It could be a measure just for a war of attrition. Shoot, to be able to do this, you might be trying to do this so that they burn through their deck. The opponent burns through his deck. Just saying, like you could. This is a very strategic type card to utilize. Second spell card is the Eye of Alexandria. Now, understand the reference with that. We're talking about the Library of Alexandria. That's where we're going with that reference. This card is pretty simple and self-explanatory. The duelist can view, this is a classic type ability, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The duelist can view the opponent's hand and take any card. This isn't too OP. You know, but like I said, it's a classic Yu-Gi-Oh ability, but it's a good Yu-Gi-Oh ability to have. You can just steal, okay, any card in the opponent's hand. It can be very effective, especially if you know you're playing a high level player, and you either want to screw up his strategy, or you know he's got something that can help you out, or you know you might prevent him from doing some devastating damage to you. So it has three applications, okay, as well as really four. You can set up your own strategy with your opponent's weapon. So a card like this is good for those who are counter punchers, those who are great at countering, parrying, those who are looking for a long game, those who are setting up his or her board. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And the final spell card in this pack is the Blessings of the Nile. Blessings of the Nile. Perpetual fuel card. So you know how you set a fuel spell card and it'll activate for the field. Well, this one has the duelist monsters gain 500 attack, while the opponent's monsters lose 500 attack. So every monster that comes on the field, that's on the field and comes on the field for you, if you have this card, gains 500 more attack. If you have 2,000, you get 2,500. If you 3,000, 3,500. 4,000, 4,500. You get them a point. And the opponent loses the 500 attack. If it's 1,500, goes down to 1,000, 2,000, 1,500, 3,000, 2,500. In a high game, this could be a game changer. It's not the most OP or hacks. It's definitely not broken, but it has a way of turning the tides of a battle, of a duel. And we finally get into our trap cards. The first trap card is Judgement of Wrong. When activated, no attacks by any monsters on the field can be made. This is a card that's great for cancelization. If you're looking for a respite, you're looking to make plays, set up spell cards, set up trap cards, you're looking for a war of attrition, this is a great card to play. Now, some of you who are more aggressive and attack oriented are like, bro, why would you ever play this? Trust me, if you're playing against a high level duelist, you may need a card like this to give yourself some brief time. Either you don't have any monsters on the field, or your monsters on the field. Especially if you're not going to use them in attack anyway. There have been games where I've just used them as sacrificial lambs, or just I had to use them in defense, so I wasn't using them anyway. But I stopped my opponent's assault because of cards like this. Secondly, and the last card in this pack is the second trap card, the Wrath of Moan. Okay, and the Wrath of Moan, you have all opponent monsters are returned to hand. Again, this is a classic type card ability. Okay, all opponents monsters turn to hand. This is great for you if you need. They got a lot of high level monsters on there. You get to clear up the space of the board. You might stop the hellacious assault. You may actually save the duel for yourself. You may win the duel. This is a strategy play. This is a timing based ability. It can be devastating to a match, or it can mean absolutely nothing, depending on how you use it. All right. All of these cards can be devastating if you actually know what you're doing. And I know high level duelists know what I'm talking about. But if you're trash and fodder, it won't matter if you have these cards or not. You're still gonna get absolutely wrecked. You're gonna get wrecked because I made it so that each of these abilities takes me back to the classic strategy game of what Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be. But there are ways around every single one of these cards. There are trap cards and spell cards. Raigeki! Okay? Raigeki! Monster Reborn was banned. But anyways, there's so many other abilities. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me if you want to see more of these kind of videos. I will hopefully get around to doing another pack video probably within a week or so. We shall see. Depends how I'm feeling. And it depends on my time and schedule. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.